Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the MU stand. This is the press conference reaction for Eric Ten Hag. Press conference is about to start in like a minute or two. And let's see what Eric Ten Hag says about the game coming up against Manchester City. Always looking forward to the Manchester United derby. I think it's probably one of our most difficult game this season, in my opinion. We are playing away from home. I think it's going to be difficult to, to to get a result against Man City. But here comes Eric Ten Hag, and let's see. I mean, hopefully he gets to be asked proper questions. So he's just been told that congratulations for winning managers. Uh, uh, of course, Rashford won player of the month, and Eric Ten Hag won manager of the month. That is a huge plus for Manchester United. He is talking about the team, saying that we have to improve. The team still needs to improve in a lot of aspects. He just mentioned that Harry Maguire is injured. There is a doubt for Anthony Martial. Yeah, that's a good news. Rashford, he said Rashford has returned to training. Of course, Tuanzebe and Brandon Williams are not available, but we really don't care about those two players at the moment. We're worried about the starting 11 uh, for, for the upcoming game. Ed Guerrero, thanks for joining. How's it going? He said that he has to protect Marcus Rashford. Zach, good to see you. Thanks for joining. So he's still talking about Rashford, how he has improved and how he basically turned around his performance this season compared to last season or the previous years. Marcus Rashford definitely has improved significantly for Eric Ten Hag this season. I think. What do you guys think about the game against Man City? By the way, like any sort of predictions, let me know in the chat. Tex says Marcus might reach his potential with Ten Hag. Hopefully, he can. We've seen it perform for 1 month, but let's see if that continues for the rest of the month. He said if we need to get a result, we have to do it 100%. He's basically asking the team to be more focused and be hungry in that game. You did mention that it's the most important game, the derby, is the most important game in the Manchester area. That's what he said. What do you guys think is going to happen in that game, though? Get your predictions in. I want to know how many people actually think that United can get a result against Man City. He was asked about Haaland. He said, we don't play against Haaland, we play against Man City. I like the confidence. He said that we need to perform as a team. We don't really focus on one player, which is Haaland. He wants to focus on the entire team. Which makes sense. I mean, you're not just going to focus on one player and think you can win the game by just stopping Haaland. I think you need to be worried about the entire team. The entire team, Man City have lots of quality all over the pitch. I don't think you could just focus on Haaland. Tech says Ronaldo, I think, will be subbed off for Martial, in my opinion. Martial is injured. He just mentioned that Martial is injured. Rashford is back. So back to training, but we don't know if he's fully 100% fit to play the game. Donald, thanks for joining. He says, Man U 2-1. Anthony to score. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Let's go. That's it. I mean, in terms of Eric Ten Hag's press conferences, it's always like short. They just completed the press conference now. He only spoke for like 6 minutes, I believe. So there is a good news that Marcus Rashford is back. He also talked about he knows what derby is about. He knows the derby between, I mean, even though he wasn't involved in the United versus City derby, but he said he knows about derbies in the past and that he expects a huge game on Sunday. But I'm going to take a look at my team. I'm going to show you guys my team, and you guys can tell me if you actually agree with the lineup I have gone with. But we do know for sure now. Let me just quickly. So looking at the team, I mean, I wouldn't start casting. I mean, McTominay here. I would go with Eriksen, Bruno here. And up top, I'm going to go with Cristiano. I mean, this is going to be the team. I think this team have a chance against Man City. We can soak pressure and counterattack, basically, against Man City. Of course, you're going to say, you're playing with Cristiano, how are you going to counterattack? But I think we can still play a counterattacking game by sitting deep and by utilizing Eriksen. So Eriksen could dictate this area right here, and he could actually find Bruno, and Bruno can find any of these forwards. We can make that kind of impact against Man City. But do you guys agree with this lineup? What do you guys think about this lineup? Let me know if you in the comment section if you guys actually disagree, and who would you change in this lineup? You think it's fair to actually put McTominay on the bench, given the form he had in the past. I think we do have a chance against Man City. I know a lot of people might write us off and say that this team is weak, but I think we definitely have a chance against Man City, especially on the counter attack. Our head to head, let me just quickly check our head to head. Tech is saying, I hope Sancho will perform good in the derby. It's been a while since he actually performed. You're right. I think it's been a while. Tech also said, if I was Ten Hag, I think I'll play Eriksen a bit more forward. So are you going to drop Bruno? That's the question. Like, are you really going to drop Bruno? Because you can't play Bruno and Eriksen as a number 10, can you? Let me just put this. We just need to get a result, though. To be honest with you, I'll take a draw. I'll definitely take a draw against Man City. There's nothing wrong with drawing away from home at the Etihad. I mean, it's not a bad result at all. Okay, so here is the report. Let's see. So I'm gonna check head to head. So United have lost 17 Premier League games against Man City. Only losing more than Liverpool. Liverpool actually lost 18 times. So we've lost a lot of games against Man City. Tech says instead of Varane, I'll play Maguire. Are you crazy, Tech? Are you crazy this morning? What are you saying, Tech? How are you going to play Maguire? First of all, Maguire is injured. Second of all, given Maguire's performance, there's no way he's going to be anywhere close to this team, let alone start. Donald says, my predicted lineup, De Gea, Malacia, Varane, Martinez. So let's compare that quickly. So you agree with the back four. So Donald is dropping Cristiano. Of course, I was talking about this in my preview. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. It is possible that we can play with the false nine. You could see this. Cristiano being on the bench and Bruno advanced. Eriksen as a 10. And McTominay here. This definitely can happen, guys. This is a lot. I mean, it's conservative, in my opinion. It's completely conservative to play like this. But it is possible Erik Ten Hag can actually go with this lineup. He could definitely go with this lineup. Casemiro and McTominay will protect the back four. But I'm worried about who's actually going to score the goals. You could rely on Anthony or Sancho, but starting a game without a center forward, I think it's a big risk. I don't know about you guys, but I think it's a big risk. Tech says Maguire can play even if he's injured. He's the GOAT. Tech is on something today. But let's just quickly go through the quotes that Erik Ten Hag mentioned before we actually wrap up here. So let me just, if you're just joining in, let me just tell you what Erik Ten Hag has said. So Ten Hag on Maguire, he said, I have to coach him and back him. I back him because I believe in him. I can see his qualities. Qualities is there. Almost 50 caps for England. He has high potential. He also said, then it's about him. We all believe in him. So basically, Erik Ten Hag still backing Harry Maguire. And you would expect that for sure. I mean, you definitely expect that. He's not going to come out and say, I don't think Harry Maguire is a good player. He would never say it. He also spoke about being man of the match. Sorry, player of the month. Player of the month. What's going on with me? Manager of the month. So he talked about receiving the award for Manager of the Month. What we achieved, we did together. It says that we are in the right direction, and there's a lot of space for improvement. We have it too. Says that he says that we're in the right direction, but we have to work harder. So he's still not just relaxing about the current form. He wants the team to perform even on a higher level, more than what they're doing right now. He said something about Maguire as well. He said, player, manager, coaches, we all believe in him. I'm convinced he will turn it around. I hope he turns it around, to be honest. As a United fan, I hope Maguire turns it around. But do I think it's gonna happen anytime soon? I don't think so. I don't think he's gonna turn it around. Especially the World Cup is coming now. He's under a lot of pressure. I don't see him turning that around. What else? Okay, so Ten Hag also spoke about Martial. So Anthony Martial been training with the group all week. Really happy with that situation. Marcus Rashford also joined training. So we are happy with that. So there is a chance, actually, we could see Marcus Rashford from the start. So there is a chance he could play, or from the bench. Also, Anthony Martial is back training. So that is a good news because we were really lacking in that forward area. Given Cristiano's performance, I think we were under a lot of pressure in that forward lineup. But now that Martial and Rashford are back, so that is a good news. I did mention about Tuanzebe and Williams. They both are out, still long-term absentees. And Ten Hag also confirmed that Maguire is ruled out for Sunday's Manchester derby. But Anthony Martial, like I mentioned, Martial and Rashford are back. What else did he say? I mean, he talked about the derby. He said, I approached this by looking at ourselves, Manchester United. We want to win every game, and the aim for Sunday is nothing else. We have to do our best, and of course, a good plan and the execution. That is correct. I mean, I don't expect us to attack Man City, but I think we have a chance. I think we can get a result. My prediction is 1-1. I think we could get a draw in that game. I do believe we can get a draw in that game, but we'll have to find out. What else did he say? He says, I've played many derbies. I know what they are, what the rivalry, what they do with each other. I know it's the most important game in the Manchester area. Do you agree with that? I actually don't think that is a correct statement. I think for Manchester, I think it's the bigger game is against Liverpool. I don't think it's against Man City. Even though Man City are winning now, I really don't think that they're the main rival compared to Liverpool. Donald, what are you saying? Donald is saying starting a game without a number 9 is a big risk. Yes. So I completely agree with Donald. Maguire is not good enough to start against Man City. Maguire is not good enough to start against any opponent at the moment. As simple as that. I mean, I don't think anybody can come out and defend Maguire at the moment. He's really struggling, and I feel bad for him. I really feel sorry for him, but it's just a reality, and you just have to accept it. Ten Hag also said that it's exciting me. You do everything to win that game. So this is in regards to the derby, of course. What else did he say? Ten Hag also spoke about mental health on players' mental health. He said that it is an aspect of top football. It is an aspect of our work. We set conditions for that, and we also have experts about that. So probably this is referring to how Maguire is handling what's going on at the moment. Is he okay psychologically? Is he in a good place? I don't think he's as bad as what we've seen him. in the past like year or so, he's really struggling. But I think he could. I mean, to be honest with you, he could get his form back. But I don't expect Manchester United to just hand him in a starting position in the team. He's gonna have to work for it. Gumball, thanks for joining. He said Ronaldo is playing. I doubt it. I doubt it. I don't think Ronaldo will start this game. I want him to start Cristiano, but I don't think he's gonna start him. Tex says Man U and Liverpool have a bigger history than Man U and Man City, in my opinion. It's not just your opinion, Tech. I mean, it's everyone's opinion. I don't think people would disagree with that. I completely agree with that statement. Ronaldo is talking some garbage here. People, you just gotta get blocked. You're talking nonsense. That's what happens. So Donald said when Manchester United playing Big Six teams are performing good, we defeated Liverpool and Arsenal. So Man City is next. Let's go. Let's go. This is definitely what we want to see. We want to see us basically winning against Man City. That would be huge. I think we've beaten Liverpool and Arsenal at home. But this game is away from home, so it's a little bit different. But it is possible we can get a result. I do believe we can get a result against Man City. What else? So what else did he say? Again, another stuff on Maguire. He said Maguire is doing quite well, but there is always room for improvement. If he believes in his own skills, he will be back. And I'm convinced of that. His abilities are really high. That is also nonsense. I mean, his abilities are not really high. He's an average player. Right now, he's performing under average. What I expect is Maguire could be back to being an average player. He can never be one of the best players, one of the best defenders in the league. Never. It's never going to happen. And the game completely has changed now. He lost pace. He doesn't have pace. You can't defend with Maguire. High lineup, way high on in the field because he's going to be in trouble on the counterattacks because he can't run back. He can't recover fully. So that is just crazy. That people think that Maguire is a high-quality defender. I don't think he is. Tech says, I think Martinez will have a hard time defending against Haaland because of the height difference. That is a point that has been raised even in this press conference. I believe they asked him about Haaland, but he did mention that it's not only about Haaland, it's about the team. But I think Martinez could deal with Haaland. Not just one-on-one, but as a team, United could deal with Haaland. That's what I expect. I don't expect any single defender to be man-marking Haaland. That's never going to work because you cannot stop him. Even Varane might not be able to stop him. But I think as a partnership, if the defense works together and if we can actually stop Haaland from getting the ball, if we can actually stop Haaland from getting the ball, we stopped Haaland. That's the only way to stop Haaland at the moment. So we just got to make sure we dictate the midfield. Of course, that is a huge task. Saying this against Man City, one of the best team in keeping ball possessions. But if we can actually stop the ball going to Haaland, we can stop Haaland. That's just what I think we should be doing. Okay, Donald said Maguire will never improve. That guy is not good enough to play for Man United. Tech says, who knows? He might surprise everyone again. Tech says, I'm expecting a lot from Dalot because he has potential. Yes, so Dalot has significantly improved. I mean, he has significantly improved, in my opinion. So this position right here, I don't think anybody can compete with this position, right? I mean, Wan-Bissaka, we know he's been completely benched. for the past, I don't know, months, Ten Hag hasn't even looked at him. I mean, he played him for a couple of minutes here and there, but he didn't really play at all. Even in preseason, he hasn't given him a chance. So I expect Wan-Bissaka to leave, and we need another player to compete with Dalot here in this position. But let's just quickly go back to the quotes. Let's just wrap up the quotes where he said, he also talked about working under Pep Guardiola. So he did say that no person is the same, so I have to stick by myself. And then I learned a lot from many in football. I admire him a lot. He's not only successful, but doing it in a certain way that attracts people to football. So basically, this is what he said about Pep Guardiola. He also mentioned that I always expect the best, and they have it for many years. They come with a resolve upside against Southampton, Liverpool, and Arsenal at home. The momentum is here. So this is basically what Pep Guardiola said about Manchester United. So he's saying that we are in momentum, but it doesn't matter. You know, City are a tough team to beat. Gumball says, let's be honest, we know. What are you talking about? Tech says, go watch him. It's up to you. I mean, you decide what to watch. It is really up to you. Nobody's forcing you here to come here and watch. It's up to you. BobX Sunday. Thanks for joining, BobX. I think he said, I think Ten Hag have to deploy a concrete 90 minutes midfielder to ensure constant possessing. I think, do you expect us to actually get more of the ball? It's never gonna happen. I was talking about that earlier. Like, when you play against Man City, I have not seen any team outpossess Man City. So there is no way we are actually gonna try to outpossess Man City. We're just gonna have to be solid in the back, defend really well, and use Casemiro to protect that back four, like I mentioned earlier here. We need Casemiro to be basically a shield, if you like, and protect this back four. If you are conservative, we could use two players to protect the back four. And Bruno might be sacrificed. I don't see him dropping Eriksen, right? I don't see him dropping Eriksen, but Bruno can be sacrificed in this. And if Rashford is fit, Rashford could start like this. Or Cristiano could be here, and Rashford could be on the bench. I really don't know how he's going to go about this. But given what we've seen so far, and big teams, and big games, we saw against Liverpool. Liverpool. Against Liverpool, he used Rashford. So Cristiano was on the bench against Liverpool. And also he was on the bench against Arsenal. So in big games, it looks like Erik Ten Hag is leaning towards using a fresh young player who can actually run all game long, just going back and forth and doing the high pressing game as well, sometimes in moments to cause Manchester City problems. So I do expect actually, if Rashford is fit, I expect him to start. And Cristiano will definitely be on the bench. Okay. Tech says, if Man U, I'm talking about Bruno, will do long passes, then we will never have a better possession. That is true, Tech, because Bruno is not the type of player where you see him control more of the ball. He's more like a freestyle player. He always trying to get advanced and trying to pass this Hollywood passes, which mostly don't work, but sometimes they do. But Bruno is not good at keeping the ball. I think Eriksen is. Well, I expect Eriksen to definitely start, but I'm just not sure about this position. Like I mentioned, like I'm not sure about this position here. I don't know. He did mention that they're back in training, but I don't know how fit Marcus Rashford is, and I don't know how fit Martial is. So we just gotta have to wait and see, guys. But I'm gonna wrap it up here, guys. Thanks everyone for joining in. Thank you so much for tuning in. Ed Guerrero says Casemiro and Eriksen staying deep. That could definitely work as well. Ed Guerrero also said play Bruno false nine with McTominay running ahead. That could definitely work. So you could play McTominay and Casemiro, like I mentioned in the preview and also in this stream. So if you haven't watched it, go back and watch it. But that could definitely work. We got like 20 people watching. Smash a like on the video, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. And I will be doing the watch along for this game. So if you guys care to join us, we do have a good community on Sunday. I'm going to be live for the watch along for the Derby game. So be sure to check that out and tune in and join us on this Sunday coming up. Thanks again, guys. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.